So very first auction, our partner opens a diamond. We bid a spade. We get a takeout double by West, which isn't really your traditional takeout double. The robots play this just shows both of the other suits. So this is 4 more clubs, 4 more hearts. West could even have 5 spades. West could have 5 diamonds, or anything in between. West could certainly be 5-5 in the round suits with like a spade void. So not exactly your traditional takeout double. I think the common agreement here is double is just take out of spades, so diamonds is a playable suit, although it does tend to imply mostly hearts and clubs. North made a support redouble, 3-card spade support. East bid 2 clubs. This was probably not required, so East could have passed if they weren't certain about what the correct suit was to play in, kind of get some more information from West, so this should show a real club suit. We elect to bid 2 spades. We do have a 5-card suit, which makes sense, competing, no one vulnerable at match points. Looks good to me. And 3 passes. We get the king of clubs lead. The robots lead ace, turn, ace, king. We don't have a ton of information on this auction. Partner opened a diamond and East didn't overcall 2 clubs, but given that we have 5 clubs between us and West has promised 4 per the robots agreements, East would never have a 2-club overcall anyway. West isn't a passed hand, so even if West turns up with like the ace, king, queen of clubs, and the queen, jack of diamonds, we can't just suddenly presume that both the king, queen of spades are offside. I think my line of play, so they'll probably play 3 rounds of clubs and all rough. And I think my line of play is probably going to be lead a spade to the 10, and then lead a spade to the ace. As long as spades are 3-2, I will be able to rough the 4th round of hearts in the dummy. So I think we're gonna see how they defend, but that's mostly going to be my plan for the hand. We get a heart switch. Okay, that's a little bit scary. And it's also the 9 of hearts, which is a little weird, but I've learned to kind of not really read too much into the robot switches in certain positions. Like this could easily be 9 from jack 10 9 4th, for all I know, or jack 10 9 5th. They don't tend to make standard honor switches in the middle of the hand. So, yeah, it looks like they're kind of going after a heart ruff. I don't know if there's like a whole lot I can do about that. If hearts really are 5-1. I mean, I could obviously, you know, go like ace of spades, spade, but that's kind of counter to what I'm hoping to achieve on this hand, which would be to pull 2 rounds of trumps, including the ace. Maybe West has like queen doubleton or king doubleton, but eventually rough a heart in the dummy. Well, I don't see a good reason to do anything other than continue my normal plan of leading a spade to the 10 and then leading a spade to the ace. If hearts really are 5-1, it could be important to win the ace of hearts so that I can lead up towards the king queen twice. Yeah, the hand's a little tricky. if we want to be very precise about what we're doing. Obviously, if spades are 3-2, it doesn't really matter what we do. But if hearts are 5-1 and spades are 4-1, I'm just a little concerned, like, I win the ace of hearts, how am I getting back to my hand? I could play a diamond to the king, but then I play a spade to the 10, East wins, they play back a diamond, I win the ace. Once again, I'm kind of like stuck in dummy, and if I win the ace of hearts and exit a club, they tap me in clubs. If spades are 4-1, maybe I run into some issues down the road. I guess not. I guess it's probably safe to go ace of hearts and exit a club. Maybe it's bad if West turns up with king, queen, third of spades, though. Like, if East is 2-2 in the majors, say East is like 2-2, 4-5. No, 2-2, 5-4, I guess would be the shape, because West has 4 clubs. If I win the ace of hearts, play a club, they win, they play another heart, now I lead a spade, West splits their honors, I win the ace, and if I continue the 10 of spades, they go spade, spade, I can't ruff my 4th heart, and if I don't pull a second trump, then East gets a heart ruff with a short trump. I mean, is that so bad? I've already basically said that I can't do anything if the heart ruff comes in. I'm also spending a long time on this first hand, but I am trying to be as precise as possible against some potential unfavorable distributions. So the alternative, I win the king of hearts, I lead a spade. Like, let's suppose West has king, queen, third of spades. What happens? I lead a spade. If West splits their honors, well, there's just not much I can do about it. So it's starting to sound like ace of hearts and then a club, planning to ruff a club back to hand, is the way to go about this. It might not matter, but I think I've identified 5-1 hearts and 4-1 spades as a potential winning scenario. Okay, let's give it a shot. 9 ace jack. Again, we don't know what West's 9 of hearts is from. The robots do some very weird things with their leads, especially after trick 1. So this could easily be 10-9-8. Like I said before, it could have been jack 10-9 until East showed up with the jack. Could have been a true card from like 9-8 fourth, and East has jack 10 doubleton, which would probably make some sense. Okay, we're in our hand. Now, I guess normally, I would like to play a spade to the 6 and then a spade to the 10, but unfortunately, because we know hearts are 4-2 or worse, we can only afford to pull 2 rounds of trumps, so that's why I'm going to play a spade to the 10. And the king. Aha! So it was a true card from 9-8 fourth. Yep, and let's play spade to the ace. Well, I mean, I guess there's some good news. The good news is that we were able to pick up the spade suit for no losers. The bad news is that East still has another trump. So if I lead a heart, East is going to ruff. And even if East doesn't ruff, like, and I win the Queen of Hearts, I still can't ruff a heart because East overruffs with the 9. So I guess I'm going to pull trumps. You know, very unlikely West holds the Queen Jack 10 of diamonds, but it's my best chance for a squeeze. Oh. It's a little surprising that West turned up with 5 clubs, right? Yeah, 2 clubs is a very unusual bid because I think I said at the very start of this hand that 2 clubs was absolutely not forced. And I think this is a good example for why playing this double as specifically hearts and clubs is not really ideal. Oftentimes, this East player is just going to have long diamonds sitting behind the opener, and this 1 diamond opening bid might not even be a true suit, right? It could be a 3-card suit. So you really want to have some sort of fallback for those hand types. But anyway, you know, I don't think double is all that unusual with West's hand. Maybe 2 clubs is a bit more normal with what West has. And 2 clubs feels very strange to me. I don't understand that bit at all. Okay, that's board 1. I don't really know what to say about it. I think we did okay. You know, the fact that we picked up the spades for 1 loser is positive, because if some people just look at the hand and forget about the auction, forget about the known 4-2 heart split, they might think, let's just take the percentage play in spades, lead a spade to the 6, then play a spade to the 10, hoping that the suit splits, and the honor 9 third or something is with West. So they would end up only making 8 tricks. We could win the board that way, but I expect most people will do what I did and come to 9 tricks on the hand. So, solid start, but we're not quite in the 68 to 72% range that we need to be if we're going to win the event overall. Not yet. Board 2, we open a spade, partner bids a no trump. There's a lot of discussion about what you should do with these kinds of hands. I've always been a believer of if you're good enough to jump to 3 of your major, you should show your second suit. And I think this is also a popular opinion of Steve Weinstein. He's very vocal about showing 9 cards in your hand rather than showing 6 cards in your hand with a bid. So, but in this case, I don't even think it's particularly close, where you can just bid 2 hearts. Your partner is often going to make a false preference to 2 spades, and then you can bid 3 spades. You then show 6-4 and a good hand. Like, you would feel awful if partner tables a 5 count with king 5th of hearts, right? You've just missed a heart game, and you're playing in 3 spades, and you might even go down. So here we are. We're in 3 spades. Oh boy. There are definitely options to the play. I think we do want to start by pulling trumps, but then... yeah, then I'm not exactly sure what my plan is. The most natural thing to do in the heart suit is lead a heart to the jack. This is going to work against, I mean, a whole slew of heart positions. We could instead try and like cross to the king of clubs and lead a heart to the queen. Also possible. But for whatever reason, it feels more natural to me to lead low to the jack in the heart suit. If West has the king, especially given the fact that we haven't showed hearts on the auction, West might just hop up with the king from like king 4th, They could be scared that we're, trying to pull a fast one on them with some particular heart holding, and if they duck, they might later get end played into leading away from their king. So, yeah, having concealed cards in our hand, like if low heart to the jack and low heart to the queen are approximately equal percentage-wise to pick up the suit for 3 tricks, then doing the thing that can cause them to make a mistake is more likely to work out for you. But let's see how the spades split. So 6 of spades opening lead. Definitely an unusual lead against this auction. I would expect any of the non-trump suits to be led. So if West had any sort of natural lead from clubs, diamonds, or hearts, I would have done that. We know the robots hate leading away from honors. So, if West does have king of hearts, king of diamonds, ace of clubs or something, obviously they're going to table trump. But I probably would have chosen to lead away from one of the kings. I also need to decide what I'm pitching from the dummy. Because some people might just play the ace king spades throwing clubs, and that's a very revealing thing to do. Pitching diamonds is a bit revealing as well, and obviously we don't want to pitch hearts because that's kind of the suit that we're hoping to set up. But if we just throw 2 clubs, the opponents are going to have a pretty good idea what our club holding is. But if we preserve all of that king, 4th of clubs, they might mistakenly discard a heart or something. They're afraid of the diamond suit, they want to keep all their diamonds. They'll be afraid of the club suit, so they want to keep all of their clubs, preventing us from scoring that 7 of clubs later in the hand. Little do they know, we're not really planning on attacking the club suit. And so they'll have to discard from a different suit. So I think for that reason I will pitch diamonds from the dummy. Okay, the 6 of spades followed by the jack, and the fact that East played the 10 on the first trick makes me believe that West has led from jack 9 third, and East has played the 10 from 10 third. So spades seem to be splitting, which is good news. Now what do we want to do? Because we could just exit a diamond. I mean, there's very little harm in exiting a diamond right now. Even if East wins the ace or king and plays another diamond throw, we can always ruff. We can then go after the heart suit. They can tap us once again, but then we can cash as many hearts and take a club finesse. But exiting a diamond gives them a chance to make a mistake. So I think I'm going to do that. If West wins this diamond, West might think they're end played and lead a heart, for example. Okay, this is also good news. Now, the 10 of hearts switch. Well, there's a couple of competing ideas running through my head right now. I don't think I'm playing low, so we'll start with that. I think I'm going to play the ace, but wait a second, is that entirely true? Maybe I've spooked East enough. If East has a hand that's ace of diamonds, king 10 9 of hearts, queen of clubs. They might be afraid of returning a diamond. That would set up a diamond trick in the dummy. Little do they know that I was planning on roughing that trick. But that diamond could be useful to discard heart loser, for example. They might be afraid of leading a club away from the queen. If I have ace jack third or something, that could pick up the suit for me. And so heart might be the only sensible switch. It's a very specific layout, and I think it's far more likely that East is switching to a heart from 10 doubleton. So that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking I don't really want to run this around to the jack. If I duck, West is also going to duck. I'll win the jack of hearts, but West is going to have 2 heart tricks remaining. With the king and 9. So I think I'm going to play the ace. Unfortunately, I was hoping that there would be some way I can get information out of West about the heart position. Like if I play the ace and then play the 8 next, I might hope that West would cover with the 9 if they had it. But I think West is just always playing low when I play return the 8 of hearts. And so that's going to make things awkward if I run the 8 of hearts and East wins the 9. This is going to be 10-9 third over here, king third, and I found the only way to lose 2 heart tricks. So alternatively, I could put in the queen. If it goes 10 queen king, I would expect West to return a heart most of the time. We know West can't return a diamond. They would be giving me a roughing finesse in the suit, and they might be worried about leading clubs away from whatever honor they have. So the queen might be like a little safer. It's gonna lose out on picking up king doubleton of hearts with West. Unless West wins the king and returns the suit, which is possible. Okay, I kind of like it. Let's play the queen. There's the heart return to the 8. Well, the fact that East won the ace of diamonds, I think, is telling enough for me. But it probably doesn't hurt to play a heart to the jack and lead the queen of diamonds. Maybe East covers. Eventually we can take a diamond hook. Okay, this is really good news because this was 10 doubleton. If we had run the 10 around to the jack, we would have lost an extra heart trick. East does not cover. And unfortunately, there's no squeeze. I mean, if dummy had the ace of clubs, we might be able to squeeze West in the minors. But here, we're just going to lead a club to the king. My guess is East has the ace jack of clubs and West has the queen, but not much we can do. So made 3, probably a decent result on that board. We did pick up the heart suit. I think our plan of leading diamonds and forcing them to play suits at us was a good one. And also the fact that we ended up saving all of those clubs in dummy. It made East less likely to well, East couldn't have let a club away from the ace, but they were scared of returning a diamond because we might pitch losers, so they switched to the 10 of hearts. We did correctly read that it was likely to be 10 doubleton, so good start, 2 140s. I don't think we're scoring 140 on this hand, but let's see how we got here. We we passed in first seat, white on red. Sometimes these robot auctions are too much. Our partner opened a diamond. One heart by east. We bid a spade. Well, okay, this is all fine. I would say what South has done up to this point in the auction is called walking the dog. And there are definite benefits for concealing a very strong long suit from everyone at the table. Because, sometimes they double you eventually in a contract and you're just like, haha, got him. But okay. So diamond, heart, spade. 3 diamonds by west, mixed raise and hearts. East says no thanks. I'm just going to play 3 hearts. We pass as south. Yeah, if we're trying to really sell the illusion that we don't have a hand that forgot to preempt, I like the pass. I'm a little surprised the robots did this because I figured they might just bid 3 spades here. But so pass, partner reopens with double, and this is actually perfect. Now, I hate 4 spades. I absolutely hate 4 spades. I think it's a terrible bid. This gives the show away completely. I would just bid 3 spades here, kind of expecting the opponents to double me an awful lot of the time. And I wouldn't pull the blue card out. I don't want them running. I think I already have them if I'm playing 3 spades doubled. Also, I'm not even convinced I'm making a game. We have a lot of losers. But 4 spades, I think, should give the show away a little bit. We can't really have a pass here and then partner balances with double and then suddenly we jump to game. Anyway, it goes pass, double, all pass. We get the ace of hearts lead. Looks like an okay spot. It seems as if we're probably going to end up losing a heart, a diamond, and a spade. But let's see what West switches to. They switch to a trump. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm going to win the ace of spades. This double, I think, is just based off general values, which makes it more likely East has the spade ace than West. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we do that. I mean, my plan is basically ace, king of clubs, pitch a diamond. I'm going to take a roughing hook and diamonds through East. Once again, presumably East has most of the values. Rough a heart back to dummy, play a diamond, pitching heart. We'll end up making 11 tricks. Or we'll make 12 tricks. Probably. I probably should have roughed that diamond high, shouldn't I? It doesn't matter. I mean, there's no way that West had a diamond void. Well, 12 tricks. Not too difficult of a hand to play, so that one feels pretty flat to me. Like, even if you don't really see the line of play from the start, you kind of just stumble into it, right? You obviously can't afford to take the spade finesse, otherwise they'll play another trump. You can't rough any hearts. That also loses your entry back to the dummy if you do plan on setting up a diamond trick. So ace of spades is pretty natural, and then the rest of the play just kind of follows from that. But okay, good results so far. Board 4, partner opens a heart. We bid 2 diamonds, game forcing. Partner bids 2 hearts, which in this system doesn't show anything extra. It's just like a waiting bid. We bid 2 no. Seems fine to me. I tend to like just keeping auctions as low as possible in 2/1s until someone kind of breaks the tension and just bids a game to show that they have a minimum. Because North, right, like they've opened the bidding, but they could still have a 21 count over there, or a really big hand, and we don't want to do something like bid 3 clubs or jump to 3 no trump or whatever it is that our alternative is to bidding 2 no. We want to take up as little space as possible so that partner can describe their hand. Partner bids 3 clubs to show a club suit, and we try 3 no. I'm not in love with the 3 no bid. Once again, partner could easily have like a big distributional hand. They could have, you know, 6-5 or something like that in hearts and clubs. I would be very tempted to bid 3 hearts, or 3 spades, I think. 3 hearts would probably be my choice. Then partner could like re-ask me, you know, do you really have a spade stopper for no trump with 3 spades? I would say yes, and they could drop us there if they have a more balanced hand. But at least I would tell them that I have some reason to think 3 no might not be the top spot. And that reason happens to be that we actually could have a big club fit. Or a 6-2 heart fit, either or. Anyway, we are in 3 no trump. Oh, and would you look at that? It seems as if we have missed the top spot of 4 hearts and have ended up in 3 no instead. That's okay. That's okay. So did everyone else. At least we're not in huge trouble. All right. Jack of spades lead. That lead is very shocking to me. You know why? Because I'm looking at the 10, and that means East has 7 spades. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm lacking entries to the south hand. I think what I'm going to do is win the king of spades and play a heart to the jack. I know this is going to be very sad if the queen of hearts turns up singleton in East's hand, because then I'm just like going down a million in this contract. But in the more likely case the heart hook wins, I can use the ace of hearts and ace of diamonds to work on the club suit. And, you know, I guess in the worst case scenario where hearts turn out to be 4-1, that's okay. We weren't really picking up 4-1 hearts anyway, with West having queen fourth. And we can still take these club hooks into East's hand, who presumably, I mean, we can take 1 club hook into East's hand, and depending on what happens when I like run the 9 of clubs, hopefully East only has 1 entry. Yeah, so I think that's going to be my plan. I mean, the alternative is I could win the ace of spades, right? Like I could win the ace of spades preserving the king of spades as an entry and go heart to the ace, heart to the jack. But the problem is, once I play 2 rounds of hearts, I'm in the wrong hand. So I could then run the heart suit, but I'm not really in the correct spot to go after clubs next, which would be I think the next suit I would want to play. But that's a sensible alternative. It doesn't look silly when East has singleton queen of hearts, which is very possible, especially given the 7-2 spade break. Okay, ace of spades, heart to the ace, heart to the jack. If the hearts don't split, we're kind of better positioned, actually, because then we can instantly set up the hearts. Oh, no, we're not, right? Like, don't I want to knock out East stopper? So if East is something like 1, 7, 3, 2, I definitely want to knock out East club stopper. Okay, no, I think I like my original plan. King of spades, heart to the jack, heart to the ace, then we play on clubs. Long tank from West. Oh my. I don't even know what that long tank means. I guess it could mean hearts are 5-0. I mean, I'm not going to run the 5 of hearts, but it's a little tempting, isn't it? Really? Is there any reason why I would care about playing a heart to the 9? I don't think so. I mean, maybe, right? Like, if things go really well, maybe I can end play West into leading a red suit for me. This long tank really has me worried. Hearts were 5-0. Okay, that's totally fine. East throws a spade. I mean, East's most likely shape is 7-0-3-3, which is a little sad, because that means the only club holding I can actually pick up from West's hand is King 10 doubleton or Queen 10 doubleton, or King Queen doubleton. I could alternatively play on diamonds. All right. Tricky spot. If I play on diamonds, I would probably run the 9. You know, this is the fact that East with a heart void and 7 spades didn't bid anything makes me believe that West has most, if not all, of the missing high cards. So maybe West does have the King Queen of clubs. Oh man, I'm gonna hate myself if I really needed to run that 5 of hearts. Or play a heart to the 9, I guess. Okay, what's my plan? I think I'm gonna go after clubs. I've decided I'm going after clubs, which I suppose means heart to the ace, lead a club. Diamond pitch from East is interesting. Well, this is another kind of sad trick, because this could be from King Queen Doubleton or King Queen Third. I mean, I would love to duck if this was known to be from King Queen Doubleton or King Queen Third. It could be from Queen 10 Doubleton. In which case, ducking would be very bad. Also, I need to decide what I'm doing in the diamond suit. I think I'm just going to play a diamond to the ace and lead a club back. Man, if I had cashed the ace of hearts, I would find out about the 5-0 split. I would still have this jack of hearts sitting pretty to protect myself against something bad happening. I mean, clubs could still be 4-1. This could be a true card, singleton queen. I think that's unlikely, though. Ooh. Hello. Well, that's good news. I actually had no idea if I was taking a club hook. If West had just played low. Alright, well I have my 9 tricks. And I think it's going to be impossible to get a 10th. If I still had that jack of hearts, and I knew West had the king of diamonds, I could play a spade to the ace and exit a low heart. But there is some risk involved in that line of play as well. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I will take 2 tricks, I believe. Ace of spades, king of hearts. It's good news the king of diamonds is offside. Because some people might be tempted to try a diamond finesse to collect an extra trick. I mean, this is just absolutely insane. Don't pass when you're 7-5, especially when you have an easy preempt available. I don't know how many spades is correct for East to bid, but at least 3. You can do better on the hand, obviously. Like I said, if I had saved that jack of hearts, I actually do have an end play against West. I wonder what double dummy par is. I'm wondering if you can actually make 11 tricks on this hand if you're really double dummy from the start. No, it looks like 10 is the limit on a spade lead. That's good to know. But yeah, if I was being very clever, I could have done all of the same things but saved that jack of hearts and made another one. Still, plus score is probably okay on that board. Although I would have preferred to be in 4 hearts, obviously. Board 5. Club by partner, heart by east, we bid a spade. 2 hearts by west, partner bids 2 spades. All pass. Looks good to me. A spade might be a tad aggressive for some, red on white, but I like it with 5-5. I mean, okay, Queen of Hearts not a great card. We don't have good support for partner suit, but we do have good distribution. And we have the spade suit, which is probably more important than anything else. We get the 2 of hearts lead. I don't expect there's going to be much to the play on this one. But maybe we should be a little careful. If trumps are 3-1 and diamonds are 4-2, we're going to want to have 2 trumps left in dummy to rough out the diamond suit. So maybe something we want to do is like duck 2 diamonds before trying to pull trumps. Anyway, let's see how the defense goes, or they could play diamonds for us. East is turned up with a lot of high cards already. It makes me actually feel pretty confident that the King of Spades is likely to be on side. I'm wondering if I can do anything about 3-1 spades, if diamonds are 4-2. Now diamonds could be 3-3. I don't really know what's going on in that suit. All I know is that East elected to go king, then ace, and West dropped the queen on the second round. So this could be ace, king, jack, 4th of diamonds. Could be ace, king, doubleton. Ace, king, doubleton would be a little weird. Then West probably wouldn't dump the queen. It could be ace, king, 3rd, obviously. But I have a pitch on a heart, and I would somehow need to set up this 10 of clubs. I mean, maybe if spades are 3-1, we can actually rough out the clubs. Or rough 3 clubs in my hand. That's an interesting thought. Nine probably indicates to me that West has the king. Okay, these are not splitting. Oh, I hope I haven't messed this up. Okay, we do now need to make our choice, right? Does West have another club? If so, I can go heart to the ace, club ruff, diamond ruff, pull the last trump. That looks good to me. I just don't think East is 5-5. You know, it's possible, but I'm not sure they would switch to a low club from king, queen. Great. Oh, diamonds were splitting. That's too bad. That just means that everyone who blindly pulls trumps and roughs the diamonds is gonna also make their 10 tricks, but we took a little bit of a better line of play, I think. Anyway, not gonna pay any dividends here, but 10 tricks, still a good result. So board 6. Pass by east, we pass in second, west passes, north opens a club. We bet a heart. A little aggressive. I don't mind it. But I could definitely see just passing a club with this kind of hand. You know, both opponents had a chance to open, so it's not as if you passing out a club, they're suddenly going to vault themselves into a game. It can happen. I mean, you know, the robots definitely don't open all of their opening bids. But I think passing a club has some merit. Anyway, we bid a heart, partner bids a spade. This is where things become a little awkward. I would hate bidding a no trump here. Just because we're so minimal in terms of high cards, and it now is starting to feel very much like partner's probably going to be bidding 2 no. I would much rather bid 2 clubs with the south hand, despite only having 3. I just want to get out as cheaply as possible, and then partner won't believe that we still have any game chances over a 2 club bid. But here we are, we're in 2 no. We get a club lead, likely to be from shortness, as is often the case with the robots versus no trump contracts. We should definitely take the club finesse. I mean, this could be a true lead from queen 4th, and if it's from 5 doubleton or singleton 5, we don't want to like go ace king of clubs. That's going to screw with our communication. So I will take the finesse, which wins. Interesting. Now that could be because this is a singleton 5 and east has queen 4th, but maybe that's a true lead then. It could be from queen 4th. We've reached one of the least favorite parts of the game for me, where I just have to guess what I'm doing in diamonds. Who am I finessing for the 10? And we got to make up our mind immediately. I guess that's not entirely true. I can cash the ace of clubs to find out what's going on in the club suit. But soon enough, we're definitely going to have to guess the diamond suit, as it were. I would vastly prefer to lead a diamond to the jack. If I could. Now, if West has 4 clubs, I think it's very likely West is 4 triple 3. So we have that going for us. Maybe it's worthwhile to play the ace of clubs. I mean, if clubs are 4-1 with East having 4 of them, I really want to find that information out, because then I can just exit a club. I'm guaranteed to set up a club trick by doing that. And I can put off the diamond guess, at least for a little while.
Okay.
8 of hearts. Well, that strongly suggests to me that East has the heart ace. I'm still not going to lead hearts. I'm setting up way too many tricks for them, but once again, I'm in the spot where I need to guess the 10 of diamonds. I don't know. I suppose I'm going to run the 9 of diamonds. I don't like it. Like, if I get really lucky, they're going to help me build a diamond entry to my hand, because I need 1 entry to take a clip hook. Looks like the King of Hearts might provide that, but a 2nd entry to take a spade finesse would be nice as well. All right. King of diamonds is interesting. Ooh, maybe East doesn't have the ace of hearts. But this 9 of hearts is still going to be a pretty big card for us. Should I have unblocked the jack? Oh no. Oh, this might have been a big mistake. Because I think East was going to win the ace of diamonds no matter what I did. And I actually could have hooked the 8. Yeah. Yeah. Man. I could have had all the rest of the tricks, and now I need to... Well, I have to win the queen. And I'm going to cash this. And they're going to get a spade. Oh. Well, that was kind of brutal. I mean, a good defender would not be winning the ace of diamonds here. So, you know, if I pop up with the jack. But I should have given myself a better chance. So a little disappointed with that. I mean, we're still plus, so that's good news. 2 no trump made. We did guess the 10 of diamonds correctly. But I feel like 150 was within our reach. All right, board 7. We open a club. Partner bids a spade. We bid 2 clubs. I mean, looks good to me. You know, with the robots, you can't really be raising to 2 spades with this sort of hand. With a normal partner, I would absolutely bid 2 spades with this hand. Raise to 2 spades, but that's because most people have some sort of method of uncovering a 4-3 fit. If you do that. And here we are, you know, like a club, a spade, 2 spades, north passes, we get to our best spot. Club, a spade, 2 clubs, we're in this rotten 6-0 fit. But that's okay. Once again, so is everyone else. And we get the jack of diamonds lead. Well, let's find out what they do at trick 2. Ace of spades is interesting. So that to me tells me that West is looking for spade ruff, obviously. Now we're pretty sure East has the ace king of diamonds, mostly because the robots hate leading away from honors, so even if king jack 10 4th of diamonds would be potentially possible from West's perspective, Very unlikely, given their tendencies. So if East has the ace king of diamonds, let's suppose East also has the ace of hearts. Can they have the king of clubs? I guess just barely. It's like barely within their reach. I mean, East probably has the jack of spades as well, though, right? Whoa! Excuse me. Excuse me. West led the jack of diamonds holding the ace. I guess that means West is looking at all of the aces. So ace of hearts, ace of spades, ace of diamonds. That means they can't really have the jack of clubs. I see. Did I say jack of clubs? I meant king of clubs. Otherwise, West would have enough to overcall a no trump. So, what does that mean in terms of how I want to play the hand? I could use the king of spades as an entry to ruff another diamond. So I could basically just, my two options are I could try and pull trumps. That's option one. Or I could try and ignore trumps completely. Spade to the king, diamond ruff. You know, exit a spade. West is going to ruff this trick. Maybe they give me both my king, queen of hearts, like West freaks out and goes ace of hearts, heart, or something. But eventually I might be able to end play East into leading clubs for me. I think I slightly prefer that plan. Because we know for a fact East has the king of clubs. And so if I get one more diamond ruff, I mean, that'll be good news. We score another one of my small trumps. And then I can just play hearts and spades out of my hand. Eventually they're going to have to lead something for me. I mean, I might even get all three of my ace, queen, ten of clubs in the end. Yeah, I think I like this plan. Fascinating. West has the jack of spades as well. Okay. I mean, sure. West just switched to the ace of spades from ace jack third. Oh my god. Ten of clubs, probably? I'm starting to feel less and less confident that this ten of clubs is going to win. But I don't really see the alternative. I mean, East has another heart remaining. So unless East has exactly king, jack, double, ten of clubs left, which is possible, then West is going to overruff this. But there's nothing we can really do about it. All right, down to that was very strange defense. I mean, I feel pretty good about our result, ultimately. If we had tried to pull trumps, we would have had a lot of guesswork to do, and we might have done worse. Like, if we don't guess that East has king third of clubs, and we try and play like West for jack third, we might just lose 3 natural club tricks and all the rest of it. So, minus 200, hopefully that scores pretty well. We're in 6 spades. I know I often like to say that these slam contracts don't have a lot of thinking involved. And it seems like this one is probably no different. But let's look at the auction just to see if we can gain any insight as to who might have long trumps, if any. Pass, pass, pass. We open a spade. Partner bids Drury. We jump to 3 spades, which I wonder what that means. Oh, it's like a maximum? Strange. Partner bids 4 spades. Yeah, it's a little surprising to me. See, I would really prefer to bid 2 hearts and try and explore for a heart fit. Like, if we have a 5-4 heart fit, I would vastly rather play in that contract in a slam than I would in a 5-3 spade fit. But anyway, after key card, we get to 6 spades, and we get another jack from Jack Doubleton, or Singleton Jack sort of lead. Well, 13 tricks is going to be tough. Like, we might be able to pull trumps and pitch a club on the 4th round of diamonds, but that's going to leave us with a bunch of heart losers, unless the Queen Jack of Hearts come down Doubleton. And we would still need a roughing hook and clubs to make our 13th trick. So I'm mostly focused on 12 tricks, despite the fact that West has led from diamond shortness. I don't think I'm going to go ace of spades, run the 10. I think I will play the ace of spades and then lead the 10, but there's no way West covers. Maybe that's a bad plan. Maybe I should lead a spade to the king. I mean, like, despite the fact that West has diamond shortness, the only 5-0 trump split I can reasonably pick up is if the East has 5 spades. So maybe lead the 2 spades to the king. We still have the Queen of Diamonds as an entry to take another spade finesse if necessary. Yeah, I guess. Is there any risk that, you know, if West has 5 spades, I end up losing 2 trump tricks then? Maybe, but there's probably not much I can do about it. I guess that's not entirely true. You know, if this is Singleton, right? I win the ace of diamonds, I play a spade to the king, East shows out. East might have the club ace and give their partner a diamond rough. So instead, I could go ace of diamonds, ace of spades, East shows out, run the 10 of spades, spade to the king, hurt to the ace, pull a 4th round of trumps, and then knock out the ace of clubs for my 11th trick. I would be down 1 in that case. I think I'm just going to play a spade to the king. Okay. Well, I'm going to claim, but we have good. Hello. I guess they're requiring me to demonstrate the technique, but I was going to say, to make sure that we preserve this queen of diamonds as an entry, we need to play queen of spades and another spade, knocking out the last trump. That way, when we knock out the club ace, we're going to have an entry to the long club, and we can pitch our 2 heart losers. So this claim should have gone through, but you know, are they going to let me claim now? Sorry, that's the incorrect number of tricks. Did I claim the wrong number of tricks? Maybe that's why the claim didn't go through earlier. But all right, minus 50. I mean, you know, it's possible to make it double dummy if you run the 10 of spades at some point. I don't know. Like leading the 10 on the first round, you're giving up on picking up 5 of spades with East. I guess some people can get desperate and try and do something anti-field. I think I mentioned this a bit yesterday, and we saw a little bit of it. But we might see a bit more of it today for people who are trying to, you know, really push for like a 75 or 80% round if they need that to win. Anyway, halfway through, we've gone down in a couple of contracts, but I would say pretty unavoidable. 8 boards to go. Partner opens a club. East makes a takeout double. We bet a spade. West comes in freely with 2 hearts, although we've kind of seen that some of their free bids don't necessarily show a good suit. And partner bids 2 spades. I'll pass. We get the 2 of clubs lead. 2 of clubs lead is interesting. Because East was the one who made a takeout double clubs. So if this is club shortness, that means East has a hand that's, I don't know, 4 clubs. Couldn't bid a no trump, obviously. They don't have a club stopper. But they made a takeout double with 4 small clubs, which is kind of crazy. And if this is not club shortness, then I don't really understand the lead. But anyway, here we are. So we are in 2 spades. It looks like I need to pull trumps. Okay, good talk. Let's do that. Let's pull trumps. 2, 3, 4. I'm a little concerned they're going to get a club rough. Okay. Looks like East wasn't confident enough to underlead the ace king of diamonds. No spades. Kind of saw that coming. Okay. We have a choice. We do have a choice to make here. Wait, do we? No choice to make. I just play the 10 of spades and try a club to the ace, and if it holds, so be it. And if not, then we can rough and claim the rest. Yeah, not much to the play in that hand. We have a lot of 140s. Didn't we start out with 2 140s? We did. A lot of spade contracts, actually, today. All right, King of Hearts lead. We're in 4 diamonds. How did we get here? East passes. We open a diamond. 1 heart on our left. 3 diamonds, mixed raise by East. We doubled, apparently, to show diamonds. Seems reasonable to me. Redouble by West, showing values. 3 hearts by East. We bid 3 spades opposite a past partner who couldn't even make a negative double. No. Why are we doing this? Just pass out 3 hearts. We're done. We've done all we can on this hand. 3 spades is insane. And partner bids 4 diamonds. That's wonderful. Okay. Not the worst contract I've ever been in. East could definitely have ace doubleton of spades or something. I guess East could have the king of diamonds as well. But we do only have 1 entry to the dummy. Okay, King of Hearts lead. Ace of Hearts. East dumps the queen. That's actually good info. And a club switch. Right. That club switch scares me a little bit. I think that means West has the diamond king. And the reason I think West has the diamond king is, suppose West didn't have the king of diamonds. What would make them believe that we couldn't just pull trumps and run clubs? Right? Like, if they're looking at 3 small diamonds or something, I guess from the auction they know that we have long diamonds and spades and have already turned up with 2 hearts. Okay. Maybe that's a reason. But I was thinking, like, what if we had queen doubleton of clubs and ace king queen jack fifth of diamonds or something like that, right? Wouldn't they be afraid that all the spades were going away? So I'm a little concerned clubs might actually be 5-1. You know, that would be a reason why West believes we aren't running clubs. I also believe the diamond king is probably offside, though. Which, I guess makes me think my best chance to get an extra trick is to lead a spade towards the king-queen. Hope that it's ace doubleton. Well, it's hard to imagine not playing the king of clubs. All right, king 2, 5 jack. And now what? Obviously, diamond to the queen is like the safe play. It's very much percentage. And I think East could have either of these cards. They could have the diamond king or the spade ace, and they're probably required to have at least one of them for the mixed raise. Otherwise, they've turned up with queen jack of hearts, queen of clubs, jack of spades. I mean, that's not really a mixed raise material. So what shape could East have if they only have 2 spades? They would be 2, 4, 3, 4. Very possible. What if East has 2 diamonds? They could be 3, 4, 2, 4. Also possible. Not a lot of information that I got out of that analysis. Well, think one reason West wouldn't switch to spades is that they might have the ace. So that kind of goes against the idea of playing East-Race Doubleton. But it's all very thin. Alright, I don't see any reason specifically to go against the percentage. Diamond to the queen. Okay, that's good news. Not good news. But, I mean, it is kind of good news in the sense that that the ace of spades is offside. 7 of spades switch. Low? I guess it doesn't really matter too much what I play. Down 2. Well, we did okay. Not much we could really do about the result on that one. They were just entitled to take their 2 hearts. I mean, this is what we get for a 3 spade bid, right? Like, why would we ever do this? Minus 200, the opponents were playing in a part score. All right, board 11, 6 boards to go. I know this has been a bit of a long session. I am trying my best to actually make my way up the podium. And really only board 6 is the one that I feel a little terrible about. I think 150 was possible. The rest of the boards, people might get lucky if they do something wildly anti-percentage, but that's not what I plan on doing. So we open a spade. Partner bids 3 spades, 4 card limit raise. We bid 4 spades. We have 17 with a 5 card major. I think the robots upgrade 17s with a 5 card major. I recall someone telling me that. This is a pretty good 17. We get a club lead. Well, somehow the opponents have missed a 10-card heart fit. I like to say that if the opponents have missed a very large fit, it's generally because everything is splitting well for them. Or everything's splitting well for us. So hearts are probably 5-5, spades are probably 2-2. Let's go ahead and win the king of clubs. Really important to dump the queen here. If this is a singleton lead, I don't want East giving their partner a club ruff. So they play a club anyway. It is not a singleton. That's good news. I guess it was kind of unnecessary to risk crossing in hearts, but looks like none of this mattered. So spades were not splitting well. They just had 3 natural spade tricks. Now, it's possible that if we did something anti-percentage here, right, like win the club in our hand and lead the queen of spades, West might pop up with the ace. And we could hold our losers to 2. Obviously, that would require seeing through the backs of the cards to know that that was the right line of play, because it's not a very good line against most single dummy layouts, but it would have worked here. But on the board 12, Partner opens a diamond, we bid a heart. Partner bids 2 hearts, and we bid 4 hearts. Looks reasonable to me. Probably no interest in exploring slam with the singleton and partner suit, even though slam might have some play opposite some layouts, you know, something like this. Slam does have play, but it's not particularly great. Okay, we get a heart lead. So I think my focus is going to be on, I was going to say roughing 2 clubs in the dummy and setting up diamonds. But maybe that's going to be difficult if hearts are 3-1. Okay. So what is my plan in that case? I win the opening heart lead, right? Now this could be 6-3 doubleton. Robots lead high from doubleton trumps, which is not particularly standard. So hearts might be 2-2. I suppose I'm going to win this heart and duck a club. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure East has queen third of hearts. Because West would never lead a heart from queen third. And so this must be a singleton 6. Small spade. Spade to the king. Great. All right. Let's unblock the queen of diamonds. Okay, that's good news. Both diamonds cashed. Still trying to be as careful as possible. I mean, if I'm really 100% confident that East has the queen doubleton of hearts remaining, I can of course rough a club with the king of hearts, take a heart finesse. Could clubs be 7-2? I think it's very unlikely. You know, West probably would have led a club. No, East ruffs. Alright, and West gets the Queen of Spades at the end. 650, not bad. I don't think there's really any play for 12 tricks here. You know, we were able to set up the 5th diamond, but we just can't pull trumps in time and do everything. So, on to board 13. Partner opens a club. East bids a heart. We bid a spade. I like the 1 spade bid, despite the opponents being vulnerable and us having 5 hearts. It looks like they'll probably score enough tricks. You know, we can't really profitably pull trumps on our own, and if we start leading hearts, they're just going to collect 5 heart tricks, which would only be 500 for us, and that's if we get everything else. So I approve bidding a spade, not really going for penalty against 1 heart. Partner bids 2 spades, and we bid 4 spades. Now, 4 spades feels like a lot. You know, we're kind of minimum in terms of high cards. Our second suit is never getting set up. We know East has ace, king, queen, 5th of hearts over there on our right. So that's kind of a bummer. And we have a void in partner suit. You know, we don't have any extra spade length. I'm not convinced 4 spades is a great bid. You know, teams I would do it, match points is another issue. But I don't know, maybe it's okay. Maybe I'm a little too pessimistic, because what are we really doing if we don't blast game? We could pass. I think passing 2 spades is a sensible match point decision. You know, you just hope that the hand is a complete misfit, other than the fact that you have this 8-paired spade suit, and you can get out for 8 tricks or maybe 9 tricks if you get lucky. But here we are. Oh, partner just has a hand that is way too good for a 2 spade raise. Well, I'm glad we bid game. I'm sure everyone else in the field is not having these little mental tug of wars about the auctions. They're probably just clicking on cards. So 10 of hearts lead. The hand is going to play pretty naturally on a cross ruff. I might have to make a choice about which spade I play from my own hand at trick 2, because East will probably win this and switch to trumps. Yeah. So, oh, hey, Kareem. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Really appreciate it. Your 2 months commitment to the channel. Glad to have you back. I guess it's probably safe to ruff with the ace of spades. They're not rough, but win the ace of spades. As long as West isn't short in anything else, we can safely just over rough East on the minor suits. Yeah, and so then we need to decide what we're doing next. I guess the plan is to just ruff a heart and then play the ace king of clubs. Maybe not the ace king of clubs. Maybe I then lead a diamond to the ace and ruff another heart immediately. It's a little tricky. Ace king of clubs feels somewhat safe. Okay, let's do it. Hey, Rob. Oh, Rob, thank you so much for the 3-month sub. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the support. Welcome back. We're getting a lot of subs back. I know because I haven't been doing a lot of afternoon streams, so very few people turn up in the mornings. But I'm glad you guys are still there, appreciating the content. My decisions might not matter much, but I'm trying to be a little careful about the order in which I play things. You've been watching the morning VODs later on? That's good to hear. I know that I do upload on YouTube, but obviously there's a about 36-hour delay because of my contract with Twitch. All right, diamond to the ace. Let's rough a heart. Even if it feels like I'm talking to nobody, I'm not always. That's good to know. Okay, and let's rough a club, I think. Queen of spades. I think East has the diamond queen, so I'm going to play this card. Excellent. And now I have the last two. Bit of a tricky hand. We had some potential chances for a squeeze against West if the trumps had split better, like in the minor suits, so that's what I was trying to be a little careful about preserving. I know I was not very vocal on that hand. I was laser focused, but we did the best we could. Yeah, well, thanks for tuning in and giving me your thoughts about the morning VODs. I'm still gonna make them. I did a little poll on YouTube. Someone was a little upset I was eating during one of the vids, but most people seem to not mind it. They would prefer to have more content than less. So I will still be making the videos, even if I'm a bit rushed. 3 no trump. Well, how did we get here? We opened a no trump on our 15 and partner bid 3 no. Not a very exciting auction. 3 boards to go. Ooh, this has been a bit of a longer stream. That's okay though. I'm still hyper-focused, trying to make sure we score that very nice 69% game, or 70 or 72 would be okay as well. But hoping to get higher up on the leaderboards for this event. Well, I gotta admit, I'm probably just going to bang the ace king of clubs at trick 2. Maybe the most that I can deceive the opponents is if I win the ace of diamonds and then play ace king of clubs. Because I'm pretty sure that I'm going to play a third club immediately upon finding out the club's split badly, and hope that they just don't run a bunch of spades against me. It feels very weird to play the diamond ace. Like, a good opponent would look at this and be like, why wouldn't you take the diamond finesse? That's insane. So maybe the queen of diamonds is a little better. But I'm just kind of thinking if West is sitting on, say, the king of spades and nothing in diamonds, they might win the queen and the queen of clubs, queen third of clubs. They might win the queen of clubs and go, oh, this is great. Declare has squandered that ace of diamonds. I can play a diamond to partner's king and get a spade through or something. Wouldn't work too well in real life, but I'm thinking that might be a better plan against these opponents. In real life, I would just play the queen of diamonds, act like nothing was wrong, go ace king of clubs, someone shows out, I play another club, and hopefully they haven't gotten their signals together enough that they decide a spade switch is important. Maybe. It depends how good my opponents are. Okay. That spade discard does not scare me at all. That actually makes me more interested in leading a club next. Because now they would really need to have pitched from like a 7-card spade suit or something to do more damage to me than if I just cashed out. I guess not exactly a 7-card spade suit, but... So, alright, I could cash out. I could just take my 8 tricks. 4 diamonds, 2 clubs, and 2 hearts. It's just not how I play match points, really. Often enough, they're going to get the defense wrong, especially if they're weak opponents. Like, West might be scared of leading a spade away from the king, looking at this kind of dummy. West was not afraid of leading a spade away from whatever it is. Okay, that went well. That's also a thing that can happen. You know, they can't figure out what's going on in the suit, and they don't cash out. This is going great. Unfortunately, the count is not exactly right for squeeze. No, it is. I can still squeeze someone. Unfortunately, the ace and king of spades are switched. It looks like West has the ace and East has the king. So I don't believe that any sort of fake squeeze is going to work, but we may as well run our tricks. See what happens. Okay, East is held on to like Jack 10 third of hearts or something. Let's switch to the 10 of spades for ace 10 third. Finally, a pretty good result, I would say. You know, we've had some strong results so far this set, but that feels like it could be close to a top. There might be other people who, you know, continue by setting up the club suit, but they might have done it in a bit of a different fashion, and they might not get this silly switch to the 10 of spades. But, all right, 2 boards to go. Things are looking up. This time we've opened 2 clubs on a 19 count, just a balanced 19. Balance 19. I don't even understand this 2 club bid. 19 or more high card points. Okay, never mind. It is systemically okay. Partner bids 2 hearts, we bid 2 spades, partner raises to 3 spades, and we aren't interested in Q bidding. Wait, this is a positive. How did we not end up in slam? We have solid trumps. We have all these controls. What happened? Okay, Brad's here. Brad has told me that a diamond lead and a club switch is going to be interesting. Maybe. It depends what club is switched to. If it's a low club, we might just duck. And if it's a high club, we might put in the queen. Or, you know, if it's like the jack of clubs or something, we might just play the ace. Club suit can be frozen. But I feel like they might just like return a trump or a diamond or something. Let's see what happens. Ooh, okay. Jack of clubs, you called it. So we could try and guess the 10 of clubs. You know, like if West has the 10 of clubs, we do want to play the queen here. That way West won't have safe club continuation, and we might be able to set up hearts. We don't have a dummy entry, which is a little sad. It's also possible this club switch is from nothing. I mean, not nothing, but like jack empty. It could even be jack third. I wouldn't be that surprised. If East knows that this is the last chance they get to be on lead, then leading from jack third would be a very sensible thing to do. So we could like win the ace of clubs, pull, say, 1 round of trumps, play a heart to the queen, pull all the trumps, play a heart to the jack, hope that hearts are 3-3, we make all the tricks. That's one line of play. I think I might actually go with that because I had already kind of mentioned that if I do hop up with a club ace, the suit might be frozen. Like, it's a hard thing to do to switch to the jack from jack empty. Now, for the robots, they don't understand the concept of like easy or hard defensive plays, but for a human, it might feel a little unnatural to do this. So I think it's much more likely that East has the 10 of clubs accompanying this jack, and that's what makes them comfortable switching to the suit. So, yeah, let's win the ace of clubs. Let's pull a round of trumps because we can afford to. And let's take our hard finesse. 3-8, queen 2. I think West has king 10, 8, 4th, and East has 9 doubleton. I would almost bet money on that. It's very unlikely the king of hearts is offside. You know, a clever human defender might try ducking the heart here, but it would be very risky, you know, like, what if we had ace third of clubs and they were just cashing 2 club tricks from here? Our line of play would still make sense. So I think the king of hearts is guaranteed to be on, which makes me pretty comfortable in just running all of my tricks and cashing the diamond king before taking a heart hook. If West truly has the king of clubs, we're going to squeeze them in the round suits. So let's do it. Whoa. Uh-oh. That discard scares me. I mean, first off, it means that my read on the heart suit was wrong. But now I'm worried that East actually has the king of hearts. I mean, I can still play at least one more spade. Yep. Nope, they got me. Wow, East did duck from king third. Does that seem like a crazy play to anyone else? Whoa! Wait a second. That's too many hearts. Oh, come on. What was that discard? What was West doing? I mean, they were getting squeezed. We did have all 12 tricks, but like, come on, man. You can't just throw all the hearts immediately. Wild. I'll take it. So, 12 tricks. Last board of the set. And then we'll see how we turned out. I think we're actually having a pretty solid game. There are a couple of boards that it just felt like there was not much we could do about it. So they could just be 50%, and that's not really what we want to see. But I wouldn't be surprised if we were mid to high 60s. Still one board to go, though. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Make sure we don't get a 0 on the last hand. West opens a club. Partner bids a heart. East bids a spade. And why are we bidding 2 diamonds? Can anyone explain to me why we bid 2 diamonds? Because I certainly cannot. I don't know what I would do. I would probably bid a no trump with this hand. You know, the fact that we don't have club stopper, who cares? West might only have a 3-card suit. But we do have a spade stopper. We have some stuff. Partner will be comfortable bidding 2 hearts if they want. Partner could bid 2 diamonds if we bid a no trump. And then look at that. We actually find our diamond fit. But anyway, here we are. Wait, what happened afterwards? West doubled. Support double. And then partner bid 3 diamonds. Okay. So spades are 5-3. Which means we might have a spade guess eventually. You know, if I lead a spade up and East plays low, I could play West for ace third. But we'll try and set up the heart suit. Pull some trumps. Let's wait until I get in before making a plan, because they could do a whole variety of things. They might play 3 rounds of clubs. They might switch to trumps or something. Let's see what happens at tricks 2 and 3. King of clubs, ace of clubs. And a club. Okay. I will ruff. Now, it's worth noting that East, upon finding a 5-3 spade fit. Oh, this is actually funny. I'm a huge fan of this, playing support doubles even when partner has already showed 5. But I think a lot of experts don't like this convention. They prefer to just have the 2 spade raise show 3 or 4. And you can bid again as opener if you have 4-card support and the opponents compete. But I actually really like it because I often prefer to have a responder be captain in a lot of these support double auctions, and this tells East about their fit immediately, or the size of their fit. So if East had 6 spades, they would know to compete. If East only has 5 spades, they know to let it go. But what I was going to say is East didn't compete to 3 spades once they have a known fit, which makes me think East is probably pretty weak in terms of high cards. They've turned up with the Queen of Clubs already. I think West has the Ace of Hearts, and this kind of makes me believe East has the Ace of Spades. So, I mean, if I'm right about all of these reads, I can just pull 3 rounds of trumps. If they're 3-1, knock out the heart ace, eventually lead a spade up to the king. And rough a spade in the dummy to make my 9 tricks. If I'm wrong about one of these leads, or one of these reads, I guess it's probably better to try and set up hearts. Now hearts can't really be 5-1, but they could definitely be 4-2. Like West could be, for example, 3-2, 3-5 in shape. So like if the Queen of Hearts holds the next trick, I'm a little worried about playing another heart. Now, I'm still pretty sure West has the heart ace, but if we flip the major suit aces, I mean, it's not like the auction would have been any different. And so if I go Queen of Hearts, heart to the king, and East wins the ace and plays back a third heart, I'm in serious danger of losing a diamond trick. But it feels like that's the best plan to counteract the possibility of West having the spade ace, because I can actually set up the heart suit and dummy. Maybe it's right to pull trumps first anyway? No. We could try and be clever and like lead a low heart. Maybe West with like ace third will freak out and hop up with the ace, or ace doubleton, for example. Then we can unblock the queen, pull trumps, and run the heart suit. Oh, okay. This is interesting, because now that East has turned up with the heart ace, there's no way East has the ace of spades. All right. Now we get the jack of clubs. So, I mean, West played the 4 on the first round of hearts. It's possible hearts are just splitting, in which case I just, rough this trick, pull trumps, run the heart suit. If West has... Okay, well, let's see what happens on this trick. Okay, East doesn't pitch a heart. That's, I think, good news for us. So let's think about shapes for just a second. I'm pretty sure we have the rest if I just pull trumps, because it sounds to me like hearts are 3-3. But let me just try and make sure that that's what's actually happening. So let's say West has, we know West has 3 spades and 5 clubs. If they are 2 hearts, they have 3 diamonds. And if they are 3 hearts, they have 2 diamonds. And if they're 4 hearts, they have 1 diamond, but then East would have pitched a heart on this trick. so it looks like, okay, this is going to seem really weird. It looks to me like a safe line of play is playing a diamond to the ace, going king of hearts, and leading the 9 of hearts and roughing with the diamond king. Yeah? Because if hearts are 3-3, then I know diamonds are 2-2. And if hearts are 4-2, then I know to hook west for the jack of diamonds. Because west then has 3 marked diamonds. So yeah, let's do it. Hearts are splitting, so now diamond to the queen, and we can claim. Counting is good sometimes. All right, plus 110. You know, it was a long, almost about 2 hours probably for playing this. Oh, way too many 50% boards.